5 weeks. 5 weeks. In 5 weeks, I get to sleep for 3 days straight. That is my plan. Hello everybody, this is SamiWheeler. This has been a hell of a week. I wouldn't say it hell of a week in a bad way. I'd say it hell of a week in a busy way. My new rule is 5 minutes, 7 minutes max, for a reason. But, I'm sorry. I'm going to do a quick review of the week. Since my last vlog where I essentially am crying and breaking down, I'm still coping with the grieving process. My family is coping with the grieving process in the way we always do, throwing ourselves into work. In my case, I don't think I've slept more than 8 hours in the past 4 or 5 days. And I'm feeling it right now. I'm really just feeling it. I just feel like such crap right now. I've worked non-stop on homework and stuff. So I'm going to do a quick overview of what I've done. This week consisted of completing a brand manual with no sleep, pretty much. Completing a book. I put together a massive side project I'm working on. Hopefully gonna have it out by Sunday. I showed my table of contents project and I have to tweak that a little, so I've been tweaking that. I had a photo shoot that I had to get up at 4 in the morning and be dressed and cleaned and have all my props ready. And I got to the spot at 7, just for a project. I had 2 massively complex scenes completed by 8. And we shot the first 2 scenes. I'm so happy with my photographers, thank goodness. And they were perfect, but it took a lot of time to get the lighting in. The 3rd scene took an hour to set up after I cleaned up the other 2, and then I spent another hour and a half cleaning up the whole thing. It went great, the images were great, but I was running on empty then. And then when I got home, I was originally going to sleep, but I've been so stressed and I'm still grieving, so I can't sleep. So then I go on a freaking bike ride around half the town for 4 hours. Then I come home and I jump onto homework again. I get back into the brand manual, and I get back into the table of contents. And I still have some additional content to add to this table of contents. And on top of that, I've been noticing changes on, YouTube and Google, and now all my messages that normally go to my YouTube inbox might be going to my Google inbox. And on top of that, I think I have a therapy appointment tomorrow, and I was originally planning to do something else, so I have other projects I have to work through the night so I can manage to get to this therapy appointment tomorrow on time. There is some good news, though. I had to miss part of a day and almost an entire day of class on Tuesday to go to an endocrine appointment because, as anybody who's watched through all of my videos knows, I'm a medical case file from hell. The good news is my human growth hormone levels are officially normal for me. Keep that in mind. Normal for me definitely does not mean normal for everybody else. But this means that my growth hormone is being produced naturally within my system. I'm also no longer hypothyroid, I'm hyperthyroid. So my doctor is tossing out one of 2 possibilities. 1, my body is absorbing the thyroid pill better, or 2, I may be one of the few people who actually has a dead thyroid come back to life. I'm betting on option 2. That is I don't want to take pills the rest of my life. I'd rather just have 1 than 2. I used to have 10, down to 2. Sounds petty, yes. But other than that, how did my week go? We had a meeting on Tuesday. We had a screen printer come in. I over-prepared. When I'm anxious, all of my peers have now officially found out what I do when I'm anxious. I draw, I write, I clean, and at the same time I'm doing all this, I cook. I'm not kidding. I will do 4 or 5 things at once. And they've noticed I will do 4 or 5 things at once and get everything done. But I've been going overboard because of the grieving process. Because that's how I cope with grief. I work myself to death. I rearrange an entire apartment. I move things about 50 to 60 pounds heavier than me. But I'm running on empty right now. I'm literally running on empty. And I'm just making this video really quick to let all you guys know how my hopeful time schedule is going to work, okay? My hopeful schedule is going to be this. I'm going to edit my photos tonight. Only my photos. And I'm going to find the content for my table of contents and put it in a Word document so I can put it on, type it up so I can put it in the other thing first thing tomorrow morning. I am going to complete my other project, which will be, well, I'll have till Saturday to that. If I can do that, then I have to research a company. By the way, if any of you guys knows a company that publishes a annual report, big company, can you suggest me one? I mean, I personally am probably going to choose one on my own, but any suggestions are always appreciated. Now, what's going to happen this weekend? Well, considering I can get my research done, I can get my table of contents done, which I probably can tonight and tomorrow. On Saturday, I'm going to be doing something very, very special. Everybody, I know I promised back on Halloween I'd try to get these sci-fi posters done and this slideshow going. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put together the slideshow first, and then, while that's probably syncing and, you know, doing its thing, and I'm probably going to get the Creative Cloud trial on the other computer so I can use it. While that's happening, I'm actually going to hand draw these with pen and ink. I'm going to hand draw the posters up, and I'm going to start watercoloring them. My hope is that I can get 4 of these posters done and up, and in a little bit of a 1-minute slideshow for you guys by Sunday. So that's the thing over the weekend that I'm going to try to do. And this is how I'm going to try to relax. Because quite honestly, I think I've had a few micro, problems here. So that's pretty much how my week's been. I've just been ridiculously busy, pushing myself too far, organizing stuff, and, you know, going out of my way to go above and beyond in my projects in the hope that by doing so, I won't feel the grief as much, and my mother will not have as much to worry about, and my father won't have as much to worry about, and my family won't have as much to worry about. So that's pretty much what's been going on. I'm at the 7-minute mark, so I have to say adios. So look forward to those 2 things. Those are going to be coming up this weekend, and part of the reason is because I really need to do something to de-stress, and for some reason, drawing evil killer monsters relaxes me. Yeah. And I will be getting a, expect a late Halloween thing around November 15th or so. I'm gonna pull some images from another video which show my Halloween costumes. I'm just gonna put them together really quick. So this has been SamiWheeler, and I am 5 seconds from passing out, but I have work to do. Night, guys.